Sagittarius, I'm back. It's Magic D Magician Tarot. Coming at you live for your daily. Today is Wednesday, November 14th, 2018. Who is this Page of Cups? Okay, let's start with just a general overview for today. We got ourselves a Page of Cups energy. Somebody who is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or just overly emotional, young, silly, like, you look at them a little bit as a hot mess. Not sure if this is a work or relationship, friendship, person. Okay. You're ready to come out of the break that you've imposed? You and this water sign? Or you've been dreaming about them? Or in getting over this person, you are dreaming about a new person who is an air sign. So that would be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Getting strong Aquarius vibe. Something having to do with dreams about a water sign or an air sign. They're very opposite of each other. One is a page, one is a king. So one is older, one is younger. You get a Virgo in reverse, so it's part of you that wants to run and freaking hide right now. But you do have a new idea coming your way, or a new prospect, or somebody that's just kind of gonna light your fire, so to speak. Okay, and then we do have an Eight of Cups. So, yeah. Alright, so if you were with a water sign and you had a recent breakup, you're still dreaming about them, but there's a new prospect with this air sign here. Could also be a Virgo, or somebody that has some Virgo air type distribution in their chart. So this person is going to be very passionate, very fiery, very sexual, but they're nothing like this person. Or the other way around, like I said. Now, if this is not romantic, these could be different parts of yourself. Okay, Sagittarius? Could be that you want to kill the emotionally young part of yourself and be more like a cutthroat boss, IDGAF, kind of like, part of yourself. Like, you want to cut away the BS. But there's a heartbreak here. You've moved on and you kind of have some regrets about it, and you still dream about this person. Or you still dream about something that made you feel emotionally vulnerable. And for that reason, you can't fully look inside yourself and answer the questions that you have. What are the questions that you have? That's very interesting. That makes sense there. What are the questions that my Sagittarius have? I think it's more than one. We have 3 different character aspects here, and we have a loss that you're not really looking at positively. You're not over. And then we also have a new idea or a new sexual adventure coming your way. So your first question is, how do I look at things differently? How do I act differently? Sagittarius, you can't be anybody but who you are, which is why your ace is a wand. You're a fire sign. Okay, you cannot be like an air sign. You cannot be like a water sign. And I don't know why I'm being called to say that to you. Okay, King of Cups, how do I become more emotionally vulnerable while at the same time not losing my me time? I think is the question that you're having. You're losing sleep over this. You're trying to change into somebody that you're not. And this is just today, okay? I'm coming at you, Sagittarius. Temperance card. So that's the third question. You want to take care of yourself, but you also want to assert yourself. So maybe some of you guys are wondering, is it time to go back to work after a long hiatus? Is it time to get back in the dating pool after a long hiatus? Something like that. Who's coming at me? Who's going to be loving to me? Let's find out. Let's get a little bit of guidance for you guys. Okay. From the Sacred Traveler deck, for my Sagittarius, today, Wednesday, November 14th, 2018, what's the dealio? Ooh, really good. Okay, Valiant Courage. So the message that you're getting today is that you really have to step out of your comfort zone in both directions. And I know you're sitting there thinking, like, how you just told me I couldn't be both things, or that I couldn't be what I'm not. And that's essentially what this is saying. It's like you have to be all sides of yourself. If you're going to be weepy one moment and cutthroat and mean the next, that's who you are right now. You have these questions here. How do I look at life in a different perspective? How do I look at love in a different perspective? And how do I look at work in a different perspective? So you're just looking at how do I get back in the freaking game, basically. And this is what it's telling you to do. Have freaking courage and let your freak flag fly. Okay, that's your freak flag. Here you are on your horse. Horse's tail on fleek, booty on fleek, glutes on fleek. Graph's beautiful, tent, beautiful clouds. You know what the clouds are, alright? You walk towards this with valiant courage. You're not afraid to charge into the battle. Here's the battle. And you're coming in with all your threads and you're carrying the banner. Okay, so note you have this is your standard. Let's call it standard. And you also have this wand here. And you have a king with one sword. And you have a page with one cup. You have a king with one cup. You have a hermit and a hangman. So you're doing a lot of thinking. How can I reconcile my soft side and my hard side? Be freaking filled with courage. You have to fill yourself with a little bit of pep talk in order to get over whatever this heartbreak is. So right now you may not be feeling very full of courage, but you have to reconcile all these different parts of yourself. So let's see. What big thing is coming towards my Sagittarius in going back to work? So we'll take it one thing at a time. Let's start with work and play, because it looks like you're in your Four Swords energy, but you're being urged to have temperance. You're being urged to also move forward valiantly. So coming forward on work, a Seven of Swords. That's not great. But perhaps this is an idea that you have to keep to yourself in spite of what you think would be best for your job. Like maybe you're thinking of leaving a job, let's say. But you go to this interview and you tell the person at the interview that you're currently still working somewhere. And you don't want to tell the place where you're already working that you interviewed somewhere else yet because you're not sure if you're going to get that job. So you know what I mean? It's like you kind of want to keep certain things to yourself until you're sure what the outcome is. So you got your 7 there. So you're going to have to you're going to be at a crossroads where you might need to do something that feels a little less than upstanding. In love, 10 of Wands. Okay, you got a burden you need to put down. Certain relationship has become too much work. So if it's an air sign, you're sick and tired of them being rude. You're sick and tired of them being distant. If it's a water sign, you're sick and tired of them being overly emotional, overly clingy. Maybe the passion has kind of died. Ready to put those things down for either of those people. And if you're dealing with both of them, it's just become too much work, and you just would rather sleep. Just be like down there, okay? So putting that 10 down is what's coming up. You're ready to give it up. Okay, and then new perspective on money. You may have a high debt right now, but in order to escape that panic that you're feeling, because you're really in a panic about money, it looks like, you're just gonna have to accept the fact that that money is gone. Like you had to spend that money for some reason. Your savings or whatever you had going on, like, you know, you feel depleted. You feel like you have been doing too much work and you lost too much money, and you're not really sleeping enough. You're not really getting over the breakup or whatever heartbreak that was. So you need to have a new perspective on money. Like at the end of the day, it's just tokens. When I see the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, I don't think it means like you're going to lose a lot of money. I think it means you need to, especially with the Hangman conjunction, I think it just means to look at money in a different way and get more creative. Look, here we go. Last one, okay? Valiant, courage, and the Star. I feel like kind of weak when I'm trying to say this to you guys because I think that some of you guys are losing heart today. But this is urging you to reach inside and look at your deepest earliest wish. What did you want to be when you grew up that you didn't become? Okay. Do it. Do it, Sagittarius. You can do it. And let's do one more for love. One more for love. I'll never find another lover sweeter than you. Sweeter than you. You will find another lover. I'll never find another lover. Precious in you. Passion and pleasure. Savor your life. That's the way. If you start to feel yourself, then others will feel you. Okay? That's the truth. Okay, fire sign. Love you. Magic Team Magician Tarot. Like, share, and subscribe below. Thank you. See you soon.